there I am. All right. Yeah, so I made it off the road. It's January the 20th, 2024. So we're just going to look at we're going to look over the script that Munir had, and hopefully Munir can join us and we can get to the bottom of what we're looking for on that script. All right, so let me do a mic check and make sure that everybody can hear me and all that good stuff, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Alrighty then. Okay, I think that's working. All right, so Munir, if you're here, then okay, you can hear me. Very good. Okay. Let me see. All right, good. All right, so here's Munir Baba, and I was doing something earlier. I think you saw the video that I posted there, and we can get this old script off the tutorial. Now, the script that I put together for you, Munir, it was I'll let you take a look at it, and then you just let me know what you think. You let me know if it's what you expected, because essentially I have it set up to perform an initial entry, I think at 71.20 or at 71, and then every 20-cent drop at increments of 20 cents below that, it will keep taking entries at, like I said, at increments of 20 cents below that, and then it will look to exit at 20 cents above whatever entry that was. And so in order to make that happen, I use an array to make that happen. I think I have to use an array and a loop. Let me see. There's Munir. There's that. I already had it on here. We're going to remove one. There's that. We'll go to edit easy language. Does that sound about what you were looking for, Munir? Like I say, enter at 71.20 or so, and then every 20 cent increment below. All right, so, and I actually changed it around a little bit, but so if you change that gap to 20 cents, right? So we're going to start, the target price is going to be 71.20, and then at a gap of 20 cents below 71.20, we'll take another entry. And so to do that, what did I do? I should make myself more comments. I don't, but I should make myself more comments. So I use a counter, and from 1 to 100, I put values in an array, and then we took the target price, which was 71.20, and then we subtracted the gap times the counter. So for that first iteration, the counter will be 1. The gap is 20 cents. So you're subtracting 20 cents from 71.20. On the second iteration, counter is 2. Gap is 20 cents. So that's essentially 40 cents subtracted from target price. So you'll be at 61.80. Third iteration, right? When the counter is 3, it'll be 3 times 20 cents, will be 60 cents, so forth and so on. And then again, when you're using when you're assigning values to your array, you want to make sure that you're changing your counter, because if you don't have your counter right, then you can get into a endless or an infinite loop that just won't stop. All right, so let me see. Entry price should be whatever the start of the day price is, but we can set that later. Yeah, we can do that. We can set that to the opening day price. So let's see what we have here. Go ahead and verify that, and then when we put it on the chart, let's see. Let's move this to, again, right here. We're at $70 and $68. We're gonna move this out to, let's just say, I don't know, 100 days. And I feel like it's off. Okay, return status on, and we'll hit close. Why do I feel like something is not on? Where are the entries? Oh, that was for the tutorial. Okay, so for the strategy. All right, so it's off. Turn status on. All right. Okay, so everywhere here we're above 71.20, which is the starting price. And you see when we move over to 71.20, everything below that is taking all these entries. I've got it set up to where it can take more than, it can be in more than one position at a time. And I believe that's kind of the criteria that you had set up, was that, excuse me, that it could be in more than one position. It would have to be, right? In order to continue taking multiple positions. It doesn't have to be. I mean, we can set it up in any way that you want to, but that's the way it's set up here. So let's see, you have to go back 111. Well, we're at 1211 here, and there's some entries there. 111. Is that 111? That's 110. This is 111, but these values here aren't at 720, right? So even at 720, if you were to get in at 720 and you want to get out by if you were getting in at 71.20, you want to be out by 71.40, then the lowest of the day here is right here, 71.52. So this doesn't meet any of the criteria for exit anyway, unless part of the strategy was also to take trades at increments above 71.20 as well, at increments of 20 cents. So let's see, one position at one price. That will work too, no worries, as soon as we see some trade. All right, and so this is the strategy performance report. The performance graph. It's all, I mean, but you have to expect that it's going to go straight to the top because you don't have any stops. You don't have any stop losses, so you're not taking any losses. So it's going to go straight up. And oddly enough, I was on the TradeStation platform the other night, and I was looking through the forums, and there was a sticky for commonly visited threads where people were posting their P&Ls, and it was kind of like this. And I saw trend lines that look like this, and I'm looking at that like, wow, because a lot of the strategies and stuff that I put together, and I put some time into them. I haven't done anything that's really super complex, but I'm working on it. But some of those curves look like this, and I'm like, how in the world are they that good? Well, that could be part of the reason why I'm in there, because there's no stops, right? There's no stops. But question to you, are you okay with having no stops, no stop losses, because that's fine when the market comes back in your favor, right? When it comes back up in your favor. But what if you were executing at this price up here, right? And then it came down and then it never came back up to your favor for a long time. Does 71.20 mean something to you? Or would you only employ this strategy if you feel like the market is within a consolidation phase, and then when you feel like it's out of the consolidation phase, you take your loss and then you move on? Because if we look back at the performance report, again, it's going to be 100% profitable because we're not taking any losses. But out of those trades, and again, you know, we have different settings. I think that it's taken, I forget how many, it might be taking like $10,000 trades. But you see that the performance summary, you know, it made $4,000, but then you have, how much do you have open? I think there was, I thought this would show how much you have open trades. Well, I'm not seeing it right now, but typically it'll show that you have so much money that, or so many positions that are still in an open trade. I don't see it. Up. You said it's up. Did you see it? Net profit 47. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, you're right. All right, so 1475. So you cleared 47.62, but you're currently holding on to you know, a negative position, $1,500 worth. So even if you were to take that off the top, you'd still be up 3,200. So I mean, you know, if you can find a point in time where this works, then hey man, go for it. Let's see, that's right. Yes, I am, because I will only activate this strategy for a known stock like Baba. I'm trading Baba for over 2 years. Yep, if you look at Baba for the last 5 years, Baba is lowest price. Okay. They will come back up. Gotcha. I mean, like I said, you know, if that's your strategy, then I'd say go for it, right? Because yeah. So it's got a lot of potential upside from here, right? And over the past, what is that? 9 years? How far does it go back? Back to 14, 10 years. If you did that same one over 10 years, what's the P&L on that? It's got to be better than that. Oh. Well, it shows 2,000, but the thing with that is because you're only taking one entry per bar, and the bar here it happens to be a weekly bar. So if we were to do like a 15-minute candle and then stretch that out over 2 years. Did it change it for us? Did it change it for us? No, it's not updating. Oh, well, that's why, because most of the price action, the market was way higher than 71. So what would you use this on? What time frame would you use this on? Would you be using this on the 1 minute, 5 minute, the second chart? And you were talking about API the other day. Let's see, can we set a price range like it will keep trading till it reaches to $80? Yeah, we could, but it'll take me some time to figure out how to change that strategy to make it do such. So are you saying start at 80? I guess that'd be essentially the same thing, backwards or forwards. Just saying that 80 is the max. Because like I said, using the array, using the array is going to find the 100 iterations of 80 minus 20 cents, minus 20 cents, minus 20 cents, minus 20 cents. So it's just finding everything 100 iterations down. So, and we'll keep it at 20 cents there. And then, okay, so that did change it a little bit. Made it look like that. What does that say? $30,000? Let's say 30,000. 30,000. Yep, $30,000 there. $30,000 in your open position is only 646. And that is back through January of 22. So essentially 2 years. All right, let's see, because price changed 20 cents in every, do a 15-second chart, you will see significant difference. But yeah, I bet. But now, does it have the liquidity to? Well, I mean, it looks like it's got enough liquidity in the 15-second chart. I mean, it doesn't have a ton of liquidity, but obviously also it depends on how many shares you're doing, right? If you can get in and out without significant slippage. But on the 15-second chart, this is how many days back? This goes back. Shucks, that was 1 day? 1 day from the 18th to the 19th. 1 day would have, you'd have realized $5,500 in profit, and you just have an open position of 852. I'd take that. I would take that. I would say, you know what? Screw the 852. I'll take that $4,500. $4,600. Yeah, thank you. That would work. Let's see what the parameters are there, though. The parameters was taking 100 shares at a time. So 100 shares of $70. What's that? $7,000 at a time. It's not bad. If you have an account over 25,000 and you're able to day trade in and out without having those restrictions, then that's not bad at all. Is that what you're doing, Manir? I imagine your account is over 25,000 and you're able to do as many day trades as you want to in and out. This is not a bad, You let me know how this goes. I'll send this. I'll send you my email. I'll send this to you, and then you let me know how this goes, and I might piggyback off your idea here. All right, there's my email. Email me, and then I'll send you the script. Okay, cool. Email me, and I'll send you the script, and keep in touch. Let me know how it goes. And if I would have helped you, that would be great. But yeah, so that's pretty much your script, though, right? I mean, was there anything else that you wanted to see done on that? I think I will, because I've got the gap where you can change the gap, and I've got, so when you go to customize, you can change the gap. So from 10 cents, you can make it 20 cents or whatever. Your take profit, you said you want that to be at 20 cents, so you leave that at 20 cents. And then your target price, like you say, you can change that to 80 cents if you want to. Excuse me, $80 if you want to. And then that'll be, so essentially this will be the maximum of what it will trade. So let me go back and just put a few tool tips on there so you can sort of just give you that tip there. Take profit, display name, margin for profit, tooltip, dollar, amount, target price, display name, target price, target price, and then it'll be comma, tooltip. Yep. Max price. Now keep in mind, do you have a minimum you want it to be? This max price, we need to close this bracket and target price. Oh. 20, 80. 20, 80. And then I keep getting on that tutorial. Properties for all 100 shares. $0.20, $0.20. See what that looks like at 71.20 again. Now, why did we lose? There we go. I feel like we lost. Did we lose? 68, 20, $68. Okay, $68 is on down, so it just missed that. All right, let's see. Say for example, minus 5 years, lowest price for 52 week price. So do you want that to be the minimum that it would go down to, or because I feel like we just had these. I went in and I adjusted that tooltip. Make sure I didn't mess anything up. All right, gap 20 cents, profit of 20 cents there. Display name, margin for profit, tooltip, profit target price, $8. But and also at one point when I was just playing around with it, I had set this for 10 cents. I was just curious what it would do. So, you know what, Manir? That profit that we were looking at, that is a 10 cents gap, right? So that 5,500 and 852 on the open position. If you go over to settings, that's a 10 cents gap, right? And so essentially, you're taking more entries. right? Because you're taking it at 80, you're taking it at 79.90, 79.80, 79.70, 79.60. Whereas with your gap of 20 cents, you're taking less entries, 79.80, 79.60, 79.40, right? So, and then with the more entries, you've got a higher return over $5,000. Whereas if we go back with the, go back with the 20 cents. And I mean, it's your strategy, right? So you do it however you want to. But if you do it 20 cents, now you get $3,000 of profit, and your open position is $13.59. Still, clear $1,500 for the day. You know, off of risking $7,000 at a time. I mean, that's in my book, that's all right. Let's see, yeah. So in this case, 6-7 is the min. We'll start trading when. Need more money in your account if you do the 10 cents gap instead of the 20 cents gap? Is that what you're saying? Because if you're doing if you're trading with over 25,000, you don't have the PDT rule against you, then doesn't really matter. Just how many shares you want to take on, how long you want to hold the position. Actually, I see what you're saying, because if you are taking multiple 100-share positions at a time, then yeah, okay, I got you. I'm with you. All right, so the strategy will work on 10 cents for a lower price stock. If the stock price is $20 or lower, then the gap should be 10 cents. Okay, gotcha. Going down, you have lots of stock on hold. Yeah, so I think you can. Do you? I mean, how much do you understand about coding and scripting? Do you understand a good little bit about it, or that you can kind of modify what I have here? Because I think the main thing is to be able to have this loop here, and then have this array here, and then have this loop here. That really does most of the work. We would do 50 cents on Tesla. Gotcha. It would just go up. And you know what I thought about when I was on the road today? What I'm going to do is I'm going to, and I'll probably share it on here over the next day or so, but I'm going to use a bunch of arrays, a multi-dimensional array. And I'm just going to look back several months or a year, and for every large bullish candle that we see, maybe on the 5-minute time frame, 15-minute time frame, something like that, for every large bullish candle that we see, I'm going to have the array capture what that candle was before the bullish move, what the volume was, what the price was, what the where the moving averages were, the 9-period, the 200-period moving average. Just capture all that data, right? And then I can move it over into Excel, and then I can see what the average is, or what the standard deviation is. See what that, the criteria that most often happens before a large bullish move. Because I tell you, man, looking at these charts and doing technical analysis, and you see something, but then it's just like confirmation bias. You thought it was going to go up because it's over the 200-period moving average, and you see that and you say, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. No, I'm going to take that out of the equation. I'm going to let the chart tell me what it's doing, and then just use that information, and then that gives me an idea that from a mathematical standpoint, from a statistical standpoint, most likely, if you get in at this point with this bar, this size, and this far from a 200 period moving average, that you're likely to have a bullish move. Confirm that or complement that with some other technical analysis or some price action, or when you see something like that start to happen, throw a strategy on there that auto trades for you. But I'm going to be a little bit smarter about being able to use statistical data moving forward instead of having everything so discretionary, so all right, okay, so you can do that. All right, well, so I'll let you handle, and if you have trouble with it, just let me know. But because I know it's doable, right? That we can either change the iterations here, or if you have a low that you don't want it to drop below, then I think for the counter here, for the loop, you can say for count R equals 100, 1 to 100 begin. Do this, add this 1 to the end, but then if you say you want 60 to be the lowest, then you just put if price equals 60, then count R equals 101. If you put 101, then this loop will not run again and it will stop. And then you shouldn't take anything else below that. Let's see. What that looks like. Do I want to do all that right now? Well, I'll save that for later, but essentially that's how you do it. That's what I did with the loop and array that I worked on earlier today. That was the easiest way to get out of the loop without, so it prevent it from continuing on. All right. Anybody else have any questions? I know this was kind of Manir's strategy, and very interesting one. And I don't think it's anything that again, no stop losses, Manir, but I don't think it's anything that super proprietary. But I think you'll have some success with this. So I'm curious of how you'll trade it and what you'll do with your open position, right? If you'll just say at the end of the day, go ahead and exit all trades, or if it sounds like you hold on to them, but I'm curious of how you'll trade this. So keep me posted. But I'll send you this script here in just a little bit. I'll just copy and paste it into the email. Matter of fact, I think there's a way I can share it. I think there's a way I can share it, so I'll try to figure that out, and then you should just be able to open it, right? Oh wow. Well, anyway, I won't waste your time with that. Guys, I appreciate everybody coming on, and be sure to like and subscribe. And if you're interested in learning more about coding and TradeStation, and actually, James kind of let me know that Easy Language is very similar to Power Language that is used by, who was it he said? He said that one of the other platforms uses Power Language, which is easy, which is very similar to Easy Language. But so apparently this isn't the only platform where these coding ideas and this the syntax will be useful. So, but anyway, if you do have any questions about anything that you can't really figure out, let me know, because I enjoy coding. I enjoy figuring stuff out. I'm not, a millionaire from stocks. Okay. But I do enjoy dealing with stocks. So, if you got a question, I like to work to figure it out, because at the end of the day, figuring stuff out for me, that's my success. I enjoy that. Okay. All right. If nothing else, I'm Eric. I'm out. Peace.